Mexico. I've been away for 7 months. Now they're out filming the Book of Boba. Ooh, fight scenes, makeup. The one thing I've really missed is this hidden gem. Here in my hometown, Rotorua. The Polynesian spa. Come on, New Zealand, try something new. There are no words.
There are no borders, there are no prime ministers, there are no presidents. There's only one nation, that's Kiss Nation. There's only one rock and roll national anthem. Rock and roll all night, party every day. I wanna do a little number for you now.
Welcome to the Bombadcast.
What is going on, Bombad fam? Look at this. Look at this thumb. Look at this thumbnail. We are going to be getting so absolutely freaking weird. I am so stoked about today's episode. It is your boy. It is Scotty Joe, the king of streaming 4 hours straight. Yes, hopefully you saw yesterday. I played some Mario 64. If you didn't, you know where to go to look for it. What's going on, y'all? Super happy to be here. Super happy about our guest. Super happy about a lot of things. But before I do any of that, I got to plug this. Every Monday, if you want a fun conversation, okay? If you want a spontaneous conversation, if you want something special, this is who you come to. Jerry freaking Cable, my dude. He had an amazing Hyperfocus this past Monday. It was an absolute highlight of my week, and I think it could be a highlight of your week as well. Every Monday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Every Wednesday, you got this fool right here, Scotty Jarrow with Bombad Gaming. Come and hang out with us here. Last night, I did a 4-hour pizza stream, which I have a video coming out on, I think, Saturday or Friday, maybe tomorrow. I don't remember. A video is dropping, though, of the highlights from that. So look forward to that. With all that being said, you know who's talking. It's the most handsome Bombad member, Jar Jar. So with that being said, let me bring in my wonderful, wonderful co-host, the Ewok of Star Wars podcasting, the one, the only, Gerald MF and Cable. Baby, what's going on, Jerry?
Sup, baby? You know, I'd have to say the most good looking of the Bombad team, I think, would have to be Eric Cotterman, honestly.
Oh, you think so?
If we're just gonna get down to brass tacks,
you think?
Just that the man is sexy flannel graph Jesus. I mean, I've said this since day one. I'm just saying.
Let's see, for anyone that forgets what Eric looks like.
Let's get Eric up. Let's get Eric up there on the screen.
Right there.
There you go.
Well, look at him. That's
Look
Eric.
at that. Look at that.
Being spoken to. This is Eric listening. That's how he listens. But yeah, Eric is a handsome one.
That's the face Jesus makes every time you sin, actually.
Yeah. Right, you know what else? We also have a freaking wonderful guest. One of our very first listeners. Okay, get this. Not many of y'all know this, but at one point, Bombadcast was not a popular show. Shocking. Absolutely shocking.
Right. At one point.
One point, people didn't listen to us. It was our first episode, and there was always one, okay? And this one came out the woodwork. I don't know where the hell he came from. He didn't know Jerry. He didn't know me. He wasn't a family member. But by now, I would say he's more than a family member. He is more than a woman. He's actually a man. More than a woman with 3 eyes. My boy, my good friend, a wonderful friend of the show, Michael McCoy, if you will. He sounds like a Star Trek character name.
Yep, that's me. They did call me Bones in high school.
Did they really?
Ah.
Oh,
When I went
love
to a new
that.
high school, the first two friends I made, no joke, they were named Kirk and Scotty.
I was gonna
That's
say
pretty wild.
you gotta have a gym though, so you go, damn it, Jim. Like you gotta
They were
have
missing a
one
gym, unfortunately.
Gotta have
Oh.
one James. Gotta have one.
Michael, this feels like feels very cyclical. Bombadcast has been going on for 2 years now, and you were kind enough to post like your very first take from Bombadcast from 2 years ago, back in 2019, before we had all become these closer friends. Hell, Jerry and I weren't even that close at that time. And
Still aren't.
Yes, through the challenges of life, we've become closer. And Michael, you've been there every step of the way. Really, I mean, you have been, and we are very thankful for you.
It's true.
But why us, Michael? What made you prey on us? I don't understand. What are we so good for? Like, what about this? What made you want to do this?
Yes, Michael, tell us, Michael.
Well, I mean, the chaos and positivity, as I've said, that your show brings is just an absolute delight. And
Keep going.
Jerry.
Sorry.
Don't stop.
Good
please.
start. It's a good start.
If I don't say things good enough, they'll kick me off the show.
Well,
No pressure, no
one
pressure.
thing too. I think part of it came down to the fact that like when we joined, I mean, you'd been there before the BTBD network, but when we joined and we did Force Connect, like I just felt your presence more after that and everything, and it was really awesome. And the fact that we can have you on and hang out now is just so brilliant. It's just awesome.
The network got me plugged in a whole lot more with just the community in general. I got more active on Twitter. We started flying in Voodoo Squadron together. We would do Force Connect, like you said. And that just got me engaged a whole lot more. And I went from a regular listener to now I listen every single week.
See, I love that about you and you're honest about it too. Some people I listen all the time. Like I tell Pete that, and I've been like not listening to Pete's episodes like for the past 2-3 weeks, and he's like, "How are they going, Scott?" And I'm like, "They're great, Pete." I mean, he might be watching right now. But it's just how it is.
Not in yet.
And the good thing is, I think in this community where you make your own content, of course, we make our own content, and like. It's almost impossible to keep up with everyone's stuff. It just really is. And that's okay. I think it's good to be honest about that. And the fact that we've got these people in the chat that also make their own content, it's fantastic. It's great. And I'm so glad that, through our creativity at whatever we'd call this, that we found a friend like you, man. It's a wild adventure. And
it is, especially because I didn't follow either of you or Bombadcast, and somehow you guys ended up in my feed, and 2 years later, here we are.
Right.
So weird. And it's so funny. Jerry and I, for a while, for the first year or so, before we did the video podcasting and seeing everyone here being active, right? We used to think we were screaming into the void until people like you were like, "Oh no, you had a great episode." I was like, "What?"
Well, if I may interject here real quick, Michael, did you not send in a voice message for our Kingdom of the Crystal Skull episode, or am I thinking of someone else?
Alex Damon did.
I know
I
Alex
did not do Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I know that one.
We did the 1 year.
Yeah, the 1 year.
1 year staying Bombad. He told me what it meant to be Bombad. Jerry.
I always, for some reason, I forget who it was that said the thing about how people are always going for Indiana Jones' crotch. In every movie. I thought it was Mike. I thought it was Michael. I've attributed it to you all these years. So all these many 2 years.
Much like the famous quote from Shaggy, not the cartoon character. It wasn't me. So that's Michael. That was a terrible joke. Michael, you have brought some things to us today. Now, for anyone that doesn't know, let me get the thumbnail pulled right back up.
Bring it up.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm up on my Star Wars stuff, but this just looks batshit crazy. And I'm just gonna be straightforward with you. Look at this stuff.
Needs more laser eyes, in my opinion.
We'll get there, Jerry. We'll get there.
I'm just so confused.
There's a severe lack of laser eyes on those Triclopses and Oculuses and whoever. Oculus Rift.
Before we get to the heavy nitty gritty detail of all this, I think it must be said, because it's Michael's very first episode, and I think everyone knows what that means. It's a rite of passage here at Bombadcast. Jerry, what's the best part of waking up?
I would think it's a little Bombad in your cup.
This is your wake-up call. Time to reach, go for it all. Culture stirs inside of me, and I know what I can be. Limit is the sky. Hey world, watch me fly. The best part of waking up is soldiers in your love.
Oh my
Beautiful.
God.
I cry every time.
I'm still confused. Why a circus? Why trapeze artists? Why the head shake, Paul? Why? I mean, I still don't know. I still don't understand what any of it has to do with coffee. I guess if you don't have enough caffeine, you're going to drop your partner. I don't know.
All I know is that the energy of that video and maybe another one of these videos feels equivalent, or if not more than what we're about to discuss today. And I'll play more videos later. I want Michael to bestow upon us his knowledge of this series, because I think Michael's made a career. I mean, we've got Matt Martin now, like, talking to you.
That's true. He did respond to my stupid
so weird.
Tweet.
It's so weird. Look at this. I won't be joking.
It's okay, Boop.
Fun tonight. Oh, I
All
get
right,
it.
Boop.
Love you.
I get it. So,
Catch it on
Michael,
replay.
I have one tidbit of knowledge that I want to share before Michael has his entire. It's going to be a lot like a college lecture today for Michael.
Yes.
So we'll be sitting there. We'll be chewing gum. We may smoke cigarettes. We'll see. It depends on what year you went to college. But
I got some death sticks here. Actually.
Yes, we've got death sticks. We've got reefer. No, we don't have any reefer. Who calls
The reefer.
So,
Sorry.
Michael, I want to say one thing. I think you have the posters behind you. Michael, can you move your beautiful head over just a little bit? Okay. For y'all that don't know, and for y'all that may know as well, the art on these posters, which is shocking to me, okay? The magnificent, there we go. Let's look at that. Drew Struzan worked on these. Drew Struzan didn't even do Heir to the Empire. I don't know if he did Shadows of the Empire.
Look at those.
He worked on these. And let me see that. Is that Hoth Leia, but not Leia?
No, that is the protagonist of this series, Ken.
But that is photoshopped on the Hoth Leia's body, is it not?
It does look shockingly similar.
I don't know if I'd say Photoshop.
No.
Necessarily, but Drew
that.
Struzan probably was inspired. Maybe by Hoth Leia. Who isn't?
Flowers. Look at the flowers. Okay, Michael.
Scotty, tell us what you really think about that.
I thought you meant that for seriously. Oh,
I got you. I got you.
You really did get me.
No, don't worry. Not yet.
That's towards the end. Zorba the Hutt's the only thing I'm aware of in this series, and I love that Zorba the Hutt is a bearded Hutt. I don't even know, frankly, where his origins are. But Michael, we're going to let you have the podium this evening, and we're going to ask questions like a typical college course. It feels like Nerd Academy. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to channel the Nerd Academy podcast with Jared, Connor, but I will give you the floor. Michael, when did these books come out? Because I really don't know.
So that was actually one of the first points I wanted to bring up. I've got a few fundamentals, and I would also like to say
this might be a two-parter for anyone watching, because
it will be
lessons for us.
No doubt, it's going to be a two-parter.
This man has been doing, I talked to him after Hyperfocus. He's been working on research all week. I think longer than that.
I reread several of these books. I've got pages of notes.
All right, Michael, we'll let you have
this is a professional. This is a professional.
A true professional.
Not only can Scotty and Jerry ask questions, if you in the chat,
have
any questions, they'll bring them up. So
can I raise my hand? Jerry and I will raise our hands when we have questions. So
okay.
You can
also, guys, like and share this, please. Let's get more people in the chat so we can get more questions about this.
Because this is going to be one of the craziest episodes of Bombadcast you ever will see.
Seriously,
and that's coming from someone who listens to most of these episodes.
Yes.
So,
all right, Michael, hit us with your best shot.
All right. The first thing you need to know about these books is that they came out in 1991 and 1992.
Okay, go. No, sorry, that already has me interested.
Scotty,
all 6 of these books came out between the second and third books of the Thrawn trilogy.
Jesus, that's a lot of writing.
Well, they're less than 100 pages each, and they've got illustrations. These are kids' books.
Are they short stories?
They're not short stories, really.
Okay.
They're these books are written at a 4th grade reading level, that for ages like 8 to 12. So that's also an important thing to keep in mind when we're making fun of these, is that we are not the target audience. And I would like to say we're laughing with these books rather than at.
Yes.
Well, I mean, was it George himself was like, I made this for 12-year-olds.
I want a guy with 3 eyes. I think that sounds like he'd be a bad guy's son.
I have more questions about that too, because I know George really wasn't involved with Thrawn all that much, but this could be a different story. But anyway, so 91 and 92. Damn.
Yeah. Another thing to bring up, there is some genuinely good stuff in these books. Not much, but there is some. And we'll get to that when we get to it. Also, all of these books have strong environmentalist messages. Every single one has its own eco-friendly message.
It's from the early 90s. That is prime Captain Planet time.
I was gonna say it's Captain Planet.
Good point. Damn.
I'm just saying.
We'll get to it, I guess. I'm just curious because what if I use this as teaching method? I teach environmental science. Maybe I'll use this as a method.
I think your students would make fun of these books, but we'll see.
All right, let's go.
And the last thing I want to say about these books is that they're easy to find and they're cheap. If you want to get your own copy of these, they are dirt cheap to find copies of on eBay and whatnot. So,
sick.
Let's corner the market on these books, please.
Yeah, let's get the value up on these.
What's it called, an NTF or NF, whatever?
NFT, yeah.
Yeah. We'll do an NFT on these books on the original transcripts of them.
Yep.
Anyway, sorry.
Oh my lord.
But that's it for fundamentals. Now we can start going book by book, breaking down the books, if y'all are ready.
I'm ready. Jerry's having fun on his phone.
I'm more than ready.
While we're trying to do a show.
I'm more than ready. This is what I do in class.
No worries.
This is what I do in class.
So the first book in this series,
excuse me,
is The Glove of Darth Vader.
Okay, that name alone.
My favorite and the only one I know anything about.
Oh, really? So I don't know anything about this one. I really don't.
I know this much. I listened to a podcast about it. That's about it.
Okay.
So the story of these books, the plot, the inciting incident. This is actually going to sound way cooler than the rest of this series is. Nick, that's awesome. So this group called the Prophets of the Dark Side are starting to gain power in the Empire because they will prophesy events and manipulate things politically so that they happen.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And they unveil a new prophecy about who will succeed the Emperor. And they say that whoever finds and wears the glove of Darth Vader on their right hand. I should also say these books take place a year after Return of the Jedi.
Oh, wow. Now, wait, it didn't get burned, did it? I guess it's part of the mystery.
So, well, I'll say, because it's not a mystery. Okay. Darth Vader's right glove is indestructible.
You didn't know that, fake fan? You fake fan.
So
just the right one.
Robot arm. Okay, sure.
Yeah, just the right
because there's some retcons involved, where it's a Mandalorian gauntlet originally or something.
Oh, that's kind of sick.
And another retcon they added was that the glove was built around one of Lord Khan's Sith amulets.
So is it like the Infinity Gauntlet? It just holds power.
No, it's just a glove. It's just indestructible.
It's still a glove, Scotty. Don't be an idiot.
It's just a glove, but it's just really good Mandalorian leather.
Yeah,
like Corinthian leather.
It's made from I don't know. I can't even make a joke right now. It's so ridiculous.
But yeah, it makes a lot of people confused because they're like, but the Death Star blew up, so what is there? Yeah. But we'll get to it. So We'll get to the things it did house later on.
Not quite. Oh, sizzle.
Mm-hmm. Stay tuned and find out. So the book starts with our heroes, R2-D2 and C-3PO, are going to get sent on a mission to go to Kessel, where there is a large gathering of Imperials there, and the Rebel Alliance wants to... Oh, sorry, not the Rebel Alliance. A subdivision of the Rebel Alliance called SPIN, which stands for... I'm just watching Scotty cringe at everything I say.
I don't remember this part.
Yeah, they work for the...
Might as well. SPIN! Did they have their own like theme song and stuff too?
It stands for the Senate's Planetary Intelligence Network, which is not fitting because it's not based on a single planet, so I don't know why it's planetary.
Yeah.
So you could, but the person who did this was like, all right, so it's the blah 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 planetary blah blah blah. SPIN for short. SPIN. Yeah. Okay, and then I spent all my time on the song and dance number. I didn't think anything else out. I'm sorry.
Well, the other thing you will come to realize is this book series loves acronyms. They will throw acronyms in whenever possible at the weirdest moments, and we will get some more of them later. It is a weird obsession.
If there's one thing I've always wanted from Star Wars, it's more acronyms, please.
Well, these books are for you, Jerry.
Yes.
Yes, your brother has come.
Maybe someday you can make it as well, sir. Maybe someday.
Oh yeah, and then they if you're reading a book based on the original trilogy, what characters would you guys want to follow? Just hypothetically. Like, what characters do you want to see more?
Luke.
Okay. Jerry?
Yeah, I mean, the main three, you're always like, if I'm in that time period or something,
See, I like Luke. I'm not sure about the other ones, and neither of the authors. So what happens is Han Solo gets immediately written out of the book.
This is the first one. You can see it. Is he on the cover?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you've got to sell the book, Scott.
Sure.
But on page 10, he gets written out because he wants to go build his sky house on Cloud City. I'm gonna read a brief excerpt,
please,
of Han's dialogue.
I love this so much. That's for the Sith washroom. That's incredible.
But here's a bit of Han's dialogue. Lando's offered me a lease on a piece of sky near Cloud City. I've always dreamed of having a place of my own, and I figured it's about time Chewie and I built my dream sky house.
Chewie is like his contractor.
I guess.
Incredible.
No, he and Chewie are gonna build this together. Right?
Leia tries to talk him out of it, but he's like, "Nah, I gotta do this right now, babe."
What? Oh my god!
I got a hot deal on a piece of sky right now. I gotta go. I gotta jump on.
I gotta bounce.
It's real estate. It's real estate.
Oh my god!
So, 3PO
Page
and R2.
11.
Yes,
sorry, that's so early.
Page 11.
That's it.
So
can we have the Extreme Home Makeover, but Han and Chewie edition or whatever,
Solo
where they're
floating around in skies?
Like he's like up there just like building it with Ugnaughts or something. Like it's just like going to be like a house on a platform. Like I want this. I want someone please animate this. Please animate.
If you want
this.
Drew Struzan's version,
oh no,
that's it on the back of Zorba the Hutt's Revenge.
Well, that's kind of sick. It's very it's very modern.
Very, very good, Han. Very good.
Yeah, he did a good job of building his sky house, I guess.
If Lando can have a palace and Darth Vader can have a castle, God darn it, so can Han Solo can have a place.
Yeah.
All right.
Sky house. Oh
yep.
my god.
That's what Han's doing in this book. No, it is not Han dialogue. And
can you imagine the Barbie crossover that could happen with this though, where you're like it's the Han Solo dream house.
That's just printing money, Jerry. It's just printing money.
I mean, come on, Lucasfilm. Come on. Okay.
It's not too late.
Go on, I'm sorry.
They can still do it.
You could still do. I mean, bring back what is it? Forces of Destiny. But just have like the heavily makeup Han Solo and heavily makeup Chewbacca have a dream house together.
So,
it's good.
Moving on with the plot. R2 and 3PO, they infiltrate the Imperial gathering on Kessel. They have a huge stadium there, where big gathering of slaves, droids, Imperials, everyone. And this alien dude who works for the Empire named Grand Moff Hissa shows up. And he's got pointy elf ears and sharp shark teeth.
Oh, you posted a picture of him.
I did. I think that was with the Matt Martin tweet.
Yes.
But so he comes out, and another thing about these books is that the villains are very overt with how evil they are, because he bids everyone dark greetings.
Oh my
greetings,
God.
everyone.
And anytime the Imperials greet each other in these books, it's always with things like dark greetings or get the dark book of Imperial justice. Like, it's so overt with just how evil they are.
I love it.
This was prime satanic panic time as well.
Oh, it is.
Really?
Yeah, you're right.
This is like
we're just coming out of the satanic panic in the early 90s.
In the 80s and early 90s.
I didn't realize that.
Oh, so that's absolutely hysterical. Honestly.
I didn't even think of that, Jerry. That's a really good point.
You got to watch out because the Empire is there. It's Space Satan. It's Space Satan. He's even got the pointy ears. It sounds like someone who watched Star Trek was like, let's do that in Star Wars, but with satanic like overtones. Yeah. Dark greetings, mean feelings to you, good friends.
So Hissa makes his big announcement, which is, all right. So as we all know, for years there have been rumors that the Emperor had a three-eyed son. You know, those rumors have just been around. And so he's like, we always denied these, but it was just to keep him safe. Because here is the son of the Emperor and the new leader of the Empire, and out walks a handsome man with three eyes named Trioculus.
So, Michael, which one is
he's the good-looking one. He is the center and the right.
I believe in miracles.
The center is the Truzen version, which I think Bupenheim said looks like Henry Cavill. So
yeah, it kind of does.
Where you from? You sexy thing.
So that's the son of the Emperor.
That's who Hissa says is the son of the Emperor.
Can't you see?
Oh,
can't you see?
His official title prior to this was he was the Supreme Slave Lord of Kessel.
And it was written down in the dark ledger of the Sith meanies.
Oh no.
And as this is going on, one of the pipes up and he's like, actually, they said that the prophets of the dark side said that if you don't have the glove of Darth Vader, you're not the Emperor. And another Grand Admiral starts talking trash. And so Trioculus blasts them with lightning out of his fingers.
So he can so he's force sensitive. Okay.
We'll get
that's surprising. Okay.
And it's not called force lightning. It is referred to as the lightning power of the dark side. Because it was the 90s and we didn't decide what the name was yet.
Okay.
I don't know what the midichlorian, which part of the midichlorians make the dark side lightning happen, you think?
Stop it.
So after that, Trioculus has a meeting with his moffs, one of whom notably has earrings shaped like blasters. I don't know why that's a detail they felt the need to include.
Is that Tory Fox? Is Tory Fox? Is
to imagine
it's the Mandatorian.
It's a Mandatorian.
But Trioculus wants to seal his rule, and so he tells all his moffs, we need to find the glove of Darth Vader so that I can cement my place in power.
Damn straight.
And then the book goes on a page-long tangent about the meat they're eating. Because
sorry, Steve is into the chat.
Steve.
Now it's a party.
I'm
sorry. Now it's a party. Girl, if I got some stories for you.
So,
oh my God.
This meat comes from a species of whale creature on the planet Calamari called Walladons, who are endangered. And it goes on a page-long tangent about how they're endangered and how it's endangering the ecology. And that's kind of the theme of this book.
Sure.
endangered species, and then
so they're kind of like, we'll dump our toxic waste in there where they live. Essentially, right?
Well, the dumping toxic waste comes in later. That's a later book.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I thought it was this one. My bad.
Yeah, you'll have to wait for a mission from Mount Yoda to get to that one.
Scotty.
I'm
living for Scotty's reactions.
I don't believe this. I really don't.
I've actually heard of Mount Yoda, but I'm not. I didn't know
this is real.
Scotty, we're a third of the way through the first book.
This is all real. This might be an entire month-long series. Holy shit!
Okay, keep it going, Michael. There's a lot to take in.
This is actually an interesting.
Islamari.
Fajitas.
That's pretty good. I like that, Michael.
Okay. I lost my place for a second.
I know I want to Islamari fajita. Okay.
The Imperials also decide they need a new base. And they mentioned several planets, but only ones that showed up in the original trilogy. So they're like, what about Bespin? Or one of them mentions Dagobah. And I don't know how they even know about Dagobah.
Yeah, how would they know Dagobah exists? That's impressive. What?
They watched The Empire Strikes Back, clearly.
Yeah. But they do actually choose Hoth as their base of operations.
Oh, that's kind of a twist.
And this is a plot point I actually think is kind of cool. It shows how the tides have turned in the year after the war.
Yeah.
That is actually kind of cool. Now that I think about it.
Interesting.
And because it is kind of cool, it is never once brought up again throughout the rest of the series.
The one badass thing they just omit it. They're just like, yeah, we'll mention it.
It's we're in the Star Wars, right? Yeah.
Planets. And then Luke and okay, so we've already established Han's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think is going to tag along with Luke for the rest of this adventure? What original trilogy character do you want to see more of?
I would say Leia, but that's just me assuming the obvious.
I'm gonna try to make an educated guess here. I can't remember who it is, but I want to make an educated guess that it is Dak Rauter's twin brother, Sack Rauter.
You were very close, Jerry. It was Admiral Akbar.
Shut up.
Well, of course.
No way.
The rest of this plot is a Luke and Admiral Akbar team up.
What?
I want this so freaking bad. I want this.
And so they go and pick up the droids on Kessel, but they can't send the message or else it'll get intercepted by Imperials or something. So they have to go to Calamari first.
Okay.
And they get there. And meanwhile, Trioculus gets a message from the provider of their Waladon meat, a man named Captain Dunwell, who is on Calamari. And he says, Trioculus.
Wait. The guy who gives them their meat is a guy named Dunwell?
Yes.
Dunwell.
And he's a giant sailor man who looks like Captain Ahab.
Oh, no.
And See, this all sounds ridiculous when I'm explaining it out loud.
Sure. But, like, this is why, I understand the EU getting its hate and people are upset when it's gone, but, like, things like this are like, yeah, get rid of it. Like, this is just the crazy.
We should. Like, I'll get to it at some point, maybe in the next part. But they had to retcon so many things to try and get these books to fit into continuity, and it never worked.
I bet it never worked. Okay, so we've got Captain Dunwell.
Yes. He hits up Trioculus, and he's like, bro, come see me. I've got something for you. He doesn't give him any details at all, but Trioculus is like, I guess I should see what this is about. So he goes there, and it turns out Dunwell, on a recent submarine expedition, found some Death Star wreckage on the planet Calamari because it went through a black hole after the Death Star exploded.
Of course.
And ended up there.
It entered a wormhole. It came out to me on my port side. I'm Dunwell. I just imagine he sounds like an old-timey captain.
And so they look at some photo negatives that they took because these books were written in the 90s.
Some photo negatives.
Yep. They see something that looks like a glove, so they're like, all right, we got to go see what this is about. This may be what we're looking for. Meanwhile, Luke and Akbar.
Vader just lost a glove during the Death Star thing.
Yeah, they don't find the rest of Vader. I guess he got incinerated or something. I don't know.
Oh my
god. Sorry, Steve. He's okay, Steve. He's okay. These books are written in the 90s.
Wild.
Yep. Luke and Akbar get there, and they hear the cries from the lead Waladon, which is named Leviathor, because it's sad that all its brethren are getting sucked up by Dunwell's ship.
Yes.
And Akbar declares that he will one day free Leviathor, and Luke's like, well, we're not really doing anything right now, so let's just go do it. At the exact same time that Trioculus is going there. So our heroes aren't doing anything to stop the villain's plot. It is entirely coincidental that they both end up in the same place.
Oh my god.
And that will be a running theme throughout these books.
So there should be no reason this meeting of minds happens.
Yes, they're just there to free whales.
It's Star Trek whatever, right?
Yeah, Star Trek 4.
That's a good one.
I forgot to mention another thing. These movies have Star Trek movie syndrome. Where the Star Trek movies, the best ones are all the even number ones. With this series, the best books are all the odd number ones. So 1, 3, and 5 are the best.
Interesting.
In my opinion.
So far, I'm really a huge fan.
Akbar keeps lecturing about the Waladons and how it's damaging the ecology. It gets old real fast. Leviathor gets captured by Dunwell. And then Trioculus goes in a big diving suit, blows up some of the Death Star wreckage, and he finds the glove of Darth Vader.
Oh, shit.
Of course.
And now he wields it. There was a Luke line I wanted to point out. Or it's not a line, but it's just a bit of narration. It was an old Jedi rule of thumb. What was that?
I said it's all Luke says. It's just that narration. Yeah, go on. Continue.
It was an old Jedi rule of thumb to attack when the odds were overwhelmingly against you. You know, that's the Jedi way.
That's the Jedi way.
Yeah.
Hack and slash.
But then the heroes in their little submarine get sucked into a whirlpool created by Dunwell's ship, and so they're going in whether they like it or not.
Oh, wow.
Why not?
So now we find out why I love Trioculus so much, because this man is a complete idiot.
Okay.
He gets the glove of Darth Vader, and he's like, aha, and he's walking around Dunwell's ship, and there's a few aliens that are playing sabacc and gambling, and they won't move out of the way for him.
Of course, this is the EU, so everyone plays sabacc at all times.
And so he reaches out his hand and tries to force choke him. Because he thought that Vader's power came from his glove.
Oh my God.
I remember this part.
Incredible.
And when nothing happens, he's really confused, but he covers for it by shooting lightning at him.
So wait, hold on. This man has the ability to shoot lightning out of his fingertips because he's the son of Palpatine, but he has no ability to force choke someone. I love
give me like 2 more bullet points, Scotty, and this will become clear. So he's talking Grand Moff Hissa. They go to Dunwell's private chambers to discuss this. And Trioculus is literally like throwing a temper tantrum where he's like, I'm not interested in symbols. I want Darth Vader's power. And there's a brilliant video on the glove of Darth Vader by a guy named Austin McConnell, which I highly recommend. This next conversation, he pointed out something that blew my mind. There's a trope called maid and butler conversations, in which 2 characters explain things that they both already know for the sake of the audience. And here's where we get a huge exposition dump in about a page and a half.
Oh, so it's Rico Lee?
The lightning comes from a cybernetic implant that Trioculus has.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
And if he uses it too much, it will kill him.
Oh my God.
And he's already starting to push the limit a little bit. And he is. Well, Steve, I've got some relief for you. Trioculus is not the son of Palpatine. He is a fraud.
What?
And he is he's a fraud. He's not the son of Palpatine.
Fantastic. What?
He is a figurehead for the Moffs who are trying to seize power right now. And so you'd think, okay, maybe the whole three-eyed son thing was a lie. No. The real son of Palpatine is Triclops, who is criminally insane, and so he's been...
Duh.
They contradict themselves on this. Sometimes they say they put him in an insane asylum for his whole life, and other times they will just say he was a slave on Kessel.
Now,
yes,
wait
you
a
did,
minute.
Steve. This was all revealed in a page and a half of dialogue, by the way.
So Triclops and Trioculus are different entities.
They are. Triclops is the real son of Palpatine.
But Trioculus...
And he's not as handsome, right?
No, he is uglier, and his third eye is on the back of his head.
Oh, my God.
And I would like to point out right now that in The Rise of Skywalker, we never see Rey's dad from behind. So I choose to believe that Triclops is canon.
Oh, shit.
Could you imagine if that was the case?
You think you're blowing Steve's mind right now?
So Trioculus's medical droid comes up with a solution. He's like, all right, I can put some implants in your glove. I'm going to read the dialogue verbatim.
I'm out. I'm done.
Okay. I can put one of these inside the tip of each of the glove's fingers, MD said, holding one of them up. When your fingers press against these devices, they will give off a piercing, high-frequency sound, an ear-splitting pitch heard only by the one you've aimed the glove at. It will make your victims gasp and fall to their knees. Their eardrums will explode and their brains disintegrate. Just like Darth Vader was able to do with his own natural power.
Yeah, right?
You know, like those times that Darth Vader exploded people's brains and eardrums in the movies. Happened all the time.
I love that when he does that, like whenever it leaked out of like Piet's ears and stuff that one time. Yeah.
And then
beautiful.
We get another plot twist. It turns out that Dunwell has bugged the room that Trioculus and Hissa were having this conversation in.
Wait, the whaler captain?
Yeah, and so now he's got dirt on these guys.
This is great.
And at this exact moment, Luke barges in and he defeats the captain and mind tricks him into giving him the codes to set the whales free or whatever. So they decide to set the self-destruct for the ship first and then go free the whales.
Okay.
Classic plan. Classic Star Wars.
I mean, it's not that much worse than the Jabba's palace plan. Let's be real.
Sure, that's
what
I'm saying. It's a bit more to that.
But now I really want someone. Can someone out there who's good at art like do like the Free Willy poster with like the boy standing underneath Willy, but like Luke with a lightsaber and like a space whale jumping over him? Please, someone do this.
Also, poor.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Done well. Good.
I would also like to point out that Drew Struzan had to draw these space whales, so y'all better damn well enjoy them.
Those are kind of sick, though.
Hell yeah, space whales.
Well, canon was ill-defined at the time these books were written, to be fair. If we want to give them the benefit of the doubt.
This is, I believe, F canon is what this is called. So.
Yeah. So, okay, Luke has a line here where they're talking about R2's trying to like hack their codes or whatever, and Dunwell's like, I spent 3 years making the codes to this submarine. You'll never figure them out. And Luke says, you underestimate him. Oh, no, 3PO says this. My bad. He says, you underestimate him, Captain. He says Darth Vader's codes used to be much more complicated than yours, and it never took him more than 15 minutes to figure those out. Which I think is meant to imply that Darth Vader coded every single door on the Death Star. I think is what it's trying to imply.
Could you imagine?
Darth Vader was a locksmith of masterful proportions.
You know, he built C-3PO and he made the codes for the doors on the Death Star. He was a.
It's like, can you imagine like some guy waiting to get like I just have to use the latrine real quick, Vader. I have to use the refresher. Hold on. 1 second, Captain. Don't look. Okay.
Once they've set the Walladons free, Trioculus and Luke finally meet face to face. And Trioculus tries to make his brains explode, but Luke uses Dunwell as a meat shield and just battering rams him into Trioculus.
Luke Skywalker uses Dunwell as a meat shield.
Yes.
I guess now he's well done.
It doesn't explode his brains, though. It doesn't get that far.
Okay, good.
It just hurts him a bit, I guess.
I was very worried.
And then they have a brief little fight where Trioculus is blasting him with lightning. But then Hiss is like, yo, we got to get out of here. This place is about to blow. So everyone just sort of runs away, and they all get away, except for Dunwell. Dunwell goes down with the ship because Trioculus won't let him onto his escape pod.
Captain, my captain.
No way. I was going to say, it was Captain Ahab. So, yeah.
And so the whole... yep, it's me, Galanorian Saber. So Dunwell spying on them was entirely pointless in the end. No one ever learned anything from it. And everyone gets away. Nothing of consequences happened aside from Trioculus getting the glow. And then Luke Akbar shot listening to the concert of Walladon.
Really?
Uh-oh,
I think Michael froze. I think Michael froze a brief moment. I can hear you.
There?
Oh, you're back.
Oh, you're back. So, okay, Akbar did what now? Sorry, I'm enthralled. Am
I back?
Cool. Yeah,
yes,
you're back.
You're back.
Okay. Don't know what happened there. That was weird.
No, it's okay. Mike, so what did Akbar do?
They just listened to the Walladon songs on Calamari, and that's the end of the book.
Because you gotta have a good song.
They saved the whales. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta find what exactly. They hear a water ballet, Walladon folk melodies,
Revenge of the Sith,
classical Walladon songs,
classical,
and an opera Leviathor had composed that told the legendary story of how he became the Walladon leader many years ago by helping the Walladon survive an undersea volcanic eruption.
Well, I'm glad we're here.
I want to see that. I want to see that.
That is wild.
Does he pull out like some giant, like these are like giant whales, right? These are like space whales supposed to be. Like they're like whales on the planet Calamari, so they're actual whales, but they're like alien whales. Does he pull out like a giant cello or something? He's like, hold on, let me sing you the song of my
I guess
people.
they have their own language because Akbar understands it. Oh, I forgot to mention, they have a really weird way of describing Akbar. I'm going to see if I find the exact quote. They describe Akbar as one of the few air-breathing fishmen who understood the Walladon songs.
I like that.
Air-breathing fishman is what I'm going to call like fandom menace people from now on. You're an air-breathing fishman.
I love it.
You're an air.
But yeah, that concludes book one.
Wow.
The love of Darth Vader.
Holy shit. You're right. We're like already 49 minutes in. We're like 50 minutes in. And
let's try to get the two books because I'm blown away.
I want you to like go through, but also like I can't help but like, because I forgot a lot of that from the podcast I listened to. Holy shit. Like that, there's some incredible stuff there. Scotty, I want to hear, how are you doing right now, man?
I'll tell you this much. I lit some incense because I need to be more zen and accept the fact that this already does exist in real life. So I've got incense right in front of me. I'm trying to take it all in because This has been quite a lot on my psyche.
This is a lot.
I just can't believe that this actually exists and like you can purchase this. This is not something that this is not fan made. I mean, it is fan made, but it is definitely not something that like did not come from a forum. Is what I'm trying to say.
This was officially licensed.
It was a relic of its time in the EU.
Someone at LFL
Struzan
did the book. Yeah,
Drew Struzan did the freaking covers.
No, that's just unreal to me.
Are you
That's
kidding
unreal.
me?
Yep.
Are you kidding me? This is better than Marfa Lump.
So wait, my big question, because I don't know where this if the next book picks this up, but who is now in possession of the glove of Darth Vader?
Trioculus. He got away with the glove, so he is presumably now the Emperor.
Well, damn it! If it only took a glove, it'd be something, wouldn't it?
It's like just
so.
It's like the opposite of the O.J. Simpson trial. Sorry.
Yes, it is the opposite of the O.J. Simpson trial.
Say that again.
Oh, it's the opposite. Yeah, the opposite of the O.J. Simpson trial. Here we go.
So the second book,
that's kind of a cool name,
is The Lost City of the Jedi.
That's a cool name.
A lot of these books do have cool names. If we want to give them some credit.
Well, Michael said earlier that his least favorite are 2, 4, and 6. So we're on 2 now.
It's just not as good.
Oh, good. Okay, great.
So this book opens up with our heroes on Bespin.
Okay.
Because Lando needs their help dealing with some food pirates on Cloud City.
Okay.
No one likes a food pirate. No one.
True. We get another acronym where they have a warning and detection device, also known as a WAD.
Sir, seems we blew our WAD too early.
A WAD.
So Han Solo is sorry, I'll wait for Jerry to call.
I'm sorry.
No.
Okay, so I'm out of my depth now. I have no idea what happens from here on out. I knew certain things about Glove of Darth Vader. Don't pull in. Let's go back. Sir, I'm afraid we blew our WAD too early.
WAD.
A WAD.
WADD. WAD.
Of course, Lando came up with that. Of course.
He knows what he's doing.
Let's call it a WAD. Can we get Chris Ryan?
Yeah, let's put that in the Banthaverse.
Can we put that in the Banthaverse? The WAD.
A WAD.
So Han Solo is still building his sky house, and they pop in for a visit.
Please have some hors d'oeuvres that Chewie and I prepared.
Yeah,
we're lovers.
I mean, literally, he's cooking like Corellian curry for them.
They're like him and Chewie's like, oh, listen, Leia. I mean, the war was great, you know. Like he's kind of like a little bit of a Manchurian, like a. Listen, it's me and Chewie. All right, it's a thing. I like hairy guys.
So
go on.
His sky house has a 2 cloud car garage. They do say that.
Huh?
Man, he must have made a lot of money smuggling.
The pun. I'm sorry. Scotty's like, I can see your incense flowing around you, sir.
So then Luke is like, all right, we got to go now. Gets into his Y-Wing, hits the start button, and it immediately explodes because someone Y-Wing.
Wait. Someone sabotaged his Y-Wing?
Oh no, hold on, I'm back. What did I say before I dropped off?
You said Luke got into a Y-Wing, which is also weird.
And he flies a Y-Wing in these books. He hits the start button and it immediately explodes because someone put a bomb in his Y-Wing.
Did he die?
No, he just had like some bruises and some cracked ribs and his mechanical hand got messed up, but he's totally fine. They bring him to the hospital in Cloud City and he's totally fine. So this plot point is almost immediately rendered entirely pointless.
Just for the drama of it.
So Luke,
Lucas,
while
loves drama.
While he's recovering, he has a dream about a forest fire, if I can speak.
Jesus.
A like building with a turbo lift jungle that's on fire, and then the ghost of Obi-Wan shows up.
Oh shit!
He says, "Luke, memorize this code for me."
Oh no!
And fun fact: a couple of years ago, before Pablo Hidalgo blocked everyone on Twitter, I tweeted at him asking what his favorite part of the Jedi Prince books was. This is his favorite part.
Oh my God!
You have it here, folks. Oh,
I'm just gonna hold up what that code is, and if y'all can see it.
Oh no!
Oh, I don't know if I can see. Where is it? Where is it?
Okay, I see JE99DI8. Oh my God! That says Jedi Force.
That's the. Oh, sorry. Yep.
Jedi Force.
With some numbers thrown in.
Code. Jedi Force.
Yeah, that's the secret code that Obi-Wan gave to him.
Was he trying? Like, I'm really trying to win the lottery, the ghost lottery. This is your dad's Wi-Fi password. It's really obscure.
He says
he loves passwords.
Yeah, it's your dad's Wi-Fi.
Oh yes. I did all the Obi-Wan. Did I tell you I did all the things on the Death Star? I don't know why I'm talking like Darth Vader right now. I'm sorry.
So wait, it's JE number DI number FO number RCE.
FOR number then CE. Okay. But yeah,
that's unreal.
Can you imagine, Luke?
That's the secret code.
Remember this code for me.
JE99DI88FOR00CE.
That's unreal, guys.
Master Obi-Wan, I think I've cracked it.
That is unreal.
We've cracked the Empire's cipher. He says its importance will soon be revealed. And that's it. So now we move on to chapter 2. This was all in the first chapter.
Pretty eventful chapter, I will say that.
Holy shit.
So now we're at the second chapter of the second book. So it's time to meet the main character of these books. A new character who is meant to be like an audience surrogate, basically. He is a 12-year-old boy named Ken.
Ken?
Yep. He lives underground on Yavin 4 in the lost city of the Jedi.
Right.
Where he has been raised entirely by droids. He's a huge fanboy for the original trilogy because he's got toys of like the Millennium Falcon and stuff.
Shut up.
And he's been reading all about the adventures of Luke and Han and Leia for all his life.
It's pretty much taking their demographic and putting in the novel. That's
exactly
all that is, right? Yeah. Okay.
Like I said, audience surrogate. It's purely like, see, this is you in Star Wars.
That's very
yeah.
And as a result, it's kind of obnoxious at times.
Oh, I bet.
That's very blatant.
And Andy's like, I don't want to do my homework. I want to go up to the surface and see what's out there in the real world. It's basically the Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
And he lives his address is 12 South Jedi Lane.
There's a freaking address.
Yep. This will become a plot point later, by the way.
12 South Jedi Lane.
Oh,
Jedi Lane.
I forgot an important detail from Glove of Darth Vader when they're going through the streets of Kessel. Oh, I'm gonna see if I can find this because this is hilarious.
Oh my lord! I think William is having the time of his life right now in the chat.
I am too.
Michael, this is insane.
Yeah, these books are real, and you can buy them, and I highly recommend buying them.
This is William. How is that allowed? 12 Jedi left.
So while the droids were on Kessel, I forgot to mention this. some of the streets they pass when they're on Kessel.
Oh, no, please, God, no.
Oh man.
Boulevard.
Wait. Which one again? You cut out for a second.
Slave Lord Boulevard. Slave Lord Boulevard.
That's Boba Ship Starship Boulevard now.
Yeah. And Spice Mines Avenue. Which I think is where Scotty is right now with all his incense.
Close to it. Guys, this is unreal.
The addresses. Addresses have never been a thing in Star Wars. What?
I have to make shirts.
Does Lando live at 69 Cloud Lane or something?
He should.
Yeah. Does he?
Weirdly enough, I don't think we ever get the address to Han's Sky House.
No, we don't.
It's
the biggest disappointment in this whole series.
Carbonite Highway. Like, I mean, like
Carbonite Court.
Yeah.
So wait. So we're at 12. Was it 2 Jedi Lane? What was it again?
12 Jedi.
12. So it's biblical.
12 Jedi Lane.
Okay.
It sounds like an erotic like Star Wars novel or something. 12 Jedi Lane. I'm just saying.
It's like the Star Wars equivalent of 10 Cloverfield Lane. It's
yes.
Are there multiple authors or is there one author?
All of these books are written by a married couple. It's written by Paul Davids and Hollis Davids.
Good Lord.
My God,
give them some love.
Ken also has a mystery past where he was delivered to the... Yeah. He was delivered to the city by a Jedi in brown robes, and the only clue to his identity is a crystal that he wears around his neck.
Jyn Erso.
He is Jyn Erso. And Rey.
I wonder how much of this was taken, though, and stuff, you know?
But Ken basically decides, I'm not going to go do my homework today. I'm going to go up to the surface and see what the real world's like. And so he goes out there, and that's the end of it.
Has he done that before, or no?
Nope, first time.
Wow. What a time to do it.
So
I'm leaving 12 Jedi Lane.
Meanwhile, my boy, Trioculus, is hanging out with Grand Moff Hissa. And they're going to see the prophets of the dark side. To receive Kadan, who is the head of the prophets, they're going to get his dark blessing so that he can officially be coronated as emperor. Yes, Scott.
Dark greetings. Dark greetings.
Dark greetings.
Dark greetings. So they go to that space station where they're at. And that's basically all we get right now. They do that later, actually. They just sort of announce that they're going there in a little bit. Meanwhile,
just
Luke,
so everyone knows, we're going for a dark blessing.
Yep.
We'll see you later. Dark salutations, everyone. We'll see you later.
This book series is the real dark blessing, in my opinion.
Usually we say peace out, but I'm gonna say war out. War out because I'm edgy.
So meanwhile, Luke, after this dream's like, I gotta find where this place is. So he's just hanging out around Yavin 4 trying to look for it. And he runs into this weird alien man who's like 9 feet tall. He's green. He's got like vines for hair, and his name is Baji. And he only speaks in rhymes.
So he's a stoner.
Are you kidding me?
So he's
like Rip Van Winkle, isn't he? Rip Van Winkle, doesn't he speak in rhymes or like riddles?
It's like they're playing on the whole Yoda trope, right? Where Yoda speaks backwards, kind of, and everything, and then vines for hair is like, okay.
His first lines are, "You come from afar, so very welcome you are. Baji is my name. I'm glad that you came.
Ryman's my game."
And his whole species, which are called Hodins, they're basically a bunch of healers. And so he's just talking with Luke for a little bit. Luke's a little uncertain about him. They bump into Ken, who shows up. What does Ken even tell
Is Luke uncertain of him because he's like, this is going to get really annoying?
Yes,
if this guy
mostly
comes with us. Like, honestly,
he's like, should I kill him now or later?
Is he still with Akbar? Or is
no,
this like
Akbar's gone at this point.
Yeah, Akbar's done his job.
Good Lord.
So Ken shows up and he starts fanboying. He's like, "Oh my God, Luke, you trained with Yoda and all this stuff." I don't know why he knows that, but
I love that they know it's been 1 year after Return of the Jedi. Everyone knows. Everyone knows.
Which will become a continuity issue later on.
Oh, brilliant.
So one of the droids who's charged with like protecting Ken, one of the droids shows up and just starts shooting smoke out of his hands and gets Ken out of there and brings him back to the city. And Luke's like, "That was weird."
As one does.
As one does, yes.
So meanwhile, we cut back to Trioculus now, who's, again, the star of this series, in my opinion.
Sure, of course.
And he arrives at the space station Scardia, which is where the prophets are hanging out.
Right.
And Kadan, who's the leader of the prophets, is drinking tea made from bark on the trees of Endor for some reason.
Because it's a planet you've heard of.
Exactly. And so Hiss is like, "Yo, dude, Trioculus, before we go in there, you cannot lie to this man. This man will know if you're lying and he will decimate you." And so Trioculus immediately tries to lie to him, being like, "Yes, I am, in fact, the son of Palpatine." And so Kadan pulls out like this chalk ball and crushes it in his hands. And as it turns yellow, he's like, "Yellow is the color of a lie."
So he uses a chalk ball as his determination if someone is indeed lying.
I guess.
That's badass.
Either that or he's just being really theatrical about it.
I'm going to do it with my students. You lied.
Yellow is the color of lie.
You cheated on my test.
And so they go through the whole deal. They exposit once again that Trioculus is not the real. Yes, I am the Jedi Prince Master.
He is.
Triclops
Can't
is still the fake. They just go through this exposition again. And Kadan pulls out this time another chalk ball and he crushes it and it's silver. And he says, "Silver is the color of a Jedi Prince." Very oddly specific, but
wait.
Hold on.
Does the Jedi Prince live on Jedi Lane?
He prophesies that the Jedi Prince will bring about the end of Trioculus.
Oh,
and I think I forgot to mention earlier, Ken is a Jedi Prince.
Of course, because that's what every kid wants.
So wait, now this makes sense.
You may be wondering what a Jedi Prince is.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that next because we know that it's not some sort of kingdom.
I will give exactly as much explanation as there is in these books.
Here we go.
Moving on to the next point. It is never explained.
It really isn't.
It's never explained?
Nope. He's just a Jedi Prince. And no one ever questions it.
It's kind of cool, though.
It's a cool title.
So we don't know if he is a prince who is also a Jedi, or if there was some sort of Jedi monarchy in the lost city of the Jedi that we just don't know about. He's the Jedi Prince, and that's all you need to know.
Sure. That's so odd.
Sure.
So Trioculus does get the Dark Blessing. And as he does, he's like, "Yes, I will destroy the Jedi Prince." No, they never explain it, Seth. They never explain it. And as he's like, "Yes, I will go destroy the Jedi Prince," Trioculus suddenly goes blind. For a few seconds. And then his sight comes back and he's like, "Huh, that was weird." And he just goes about his business.
He was using the glove of Darth Vader too much at home.
You really should. Yeah. If you use that glove too much, you are going to go blind. That's for sure.
So
his wad should have warned him.
Yeah, exactly.
The amount of wad should have warned him. I'm gonna go lay down, guys. I'm gonna go lay down because this is just too much.
Okay,
Scotty's on the psychiatrist's couch right now.
I can hear y'all. I can hear you just fine.
Okay. Well,
we can hear you too. You're good. You're good.
Crazy happens.
Mr. Jaro, I'm going to buy these and donate them to the library.
Yes,
so
do that.
Going to hysterically laugh for hours at the stupid EU logic, says William Hart.
You know, the worst part is it's probably already in there. That's the worst part. And we don't have to buy anything, Will.
So Luke goes into a rebel meeting with Han and Leia and I pointed out on Twitter in the illustration that Crix Maydeen is there, and Akbar is there as well. And as they're there,
Crick's hair look? Does it describe Crix Maydeen's hair or not?
He's not described in the book. He's only in the illustration. So,
how's his hair in the illustration?
It's hard to tell because he's like turned to the side like this.
Damn. Okay.
Twitter, and you'll see. So then they start getting like an aerial bombardment, and this small, like almost sort of like the remote that Luke is training against in A New Hope, pops down into this room, and it starts moving around so fast no one can hit it with blasters, and then it projects a hologram of Trioculus. He says, "All right, all of y'all, this thing's gonna blow up in 20 seconds." And if you don't tell me where the lost city of the Jedi is so I can find the Jedi Prince, this will explode. And so they try and destroy it. Luke eventually just holds it in place with the Force and cuts it in half. But while this was happening, Trioculus...
Oh, no.
Trioculus catches a glimpse of Princess Leia. And he's like, this is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life.
Well,
I will make her my queen.
Yeah,
and he's like, he immediately falls in love with her, and he's like, I can convince her to come to the dark side with me. You all right, Scotty?
I'm fine.
Okay. So yeah, he decides now that he wants Leia to be his queen of the Empire.
The Dark Queen of the Empire, right?
Of course.
With the glove of Darth Vader.
This may come up later in the book, Queen of the Empire.
This is the most insane thing I have ever heard. Keep going.
So Trioculus launches his invasion of Yavin 4. He sends, we get another acronym. He sends tanks that are called TNTs.
Whoa!
Like dynamite!
No! That's so effing 90s.
Which stands for a treaded neutron torch.
No!
And he immediately starts burning the forest down, which leads to this book's environmental message of deforestation and forest fires and all that.
So this is where Luke's dream. This is where Luke's dream comes in.
Exactly.
Oh,
I knocked down my Hunter Black series figure because I said about the TNTs. Look out! It's TNTs.
So Trioculus is like, all right, this is going great, and then he goes blind again, much like Scotty right now.
So
Scotty, are you wearing a blindfold?
Yes, Katie gave it to me.
I just really want to picture what's going on in my mind's eye.
He's crying from all three of his eyes as he's blind, and he's like, "Someone find me a healer." It's my profile pic on Twitter if you want context.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yep.
Wait a minute. Wait. Is that the thumb I have?
I don't think so. I think you might be thinking of the Triclops.
Image. Wow. Sorry, Michael. Damn.
I know. How dare
Scotty,
you?
This is Scotty's brain right now.
I'm not kidding. This is the strangest thing I've ever heard, and I love the fandom.
So, meanwhile, Hiss is like, yo, the stormtroopers saw this weird dude whose species are all healers down. You want me to get him? And Trioculus is like, yes, get him immediately. So they get Baji. They capture him. Okay, so I forgot to mention earlier that Ken left his notebook behind when his droids took him back to the Lost City. And his notebook has his address on it. In case one of the droids doesn't know where Ken lives, as he's the only human living in this city.
On 12 Jedi Lane.
Yeah. And so he
Can you be back. Any more? Can you be any more? Just go. My brain is broken at this point.
So he picks it up. He comes back and gets it from Baji, and is there in time to witness Baji getting arrested by stormtroopers, and then bring Baji before Trioculus as a prisoner. And Baji's like, okay, so there is a cure for blindness in these forests. You have to eat these specific seeds from this flower for 100 days, or else you will go blind forever.
What?
And then Trioculus is like, "Oh shit, I'm burning the forest down right now."
Oh my god!
And so
That's kind of a good
Trioculus,
twist, though. I like
Trioculus, the complete fool that he is, runs into Baji's burning hut to get the seeds out. And so he comes out and he's horribly burned for the rest of the book series and is permanently scarred by this. It is also revealed around this time they took the glove off and his hand is like mangled and completely messed up because he's been overusing the implants. And it's also why he's going blind, because this complete idiot can't resist.
Oh no, all our priests were right. No.
So Luke and Han, they stumble upon Ken and DJ, and they figure out that they can use the weather control system in the lost city of the Jedi to start some rain and put out the forest fires.
Of course.
Logic.
Clearly.
But Ken, when he meets Han, starts like fanboying out. He's like, "You're Han Solo. You made the Kessel Run in 12 standard time parts," or whatever he says.
Rated
standard time parts.
Yeah, they never say parsecs. They say standard time parts in this.
Because they were trying to be scientifically accurate,
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And
fuck those guys.
I don't even know how to say this. Y'all, I don't know if you're ready for this. This is going to be the craziest fucking thing you've ever heard in your life.
Okay, Scotty, brace yourself. Brace yourself.
You'll see my real reaction.
So, when Ken meets him, he says, like, "You're one of the best Corellian pilots in the galaxy." He's like, "What do you mean one of the best?" Ken says that a better Corellian pilot, I shit you not, in this Star Wars book from 1992 was named Snoke. I shit you not.
What?
Now wait a minute. That's just like the whole droid's character. Something Ren?
Kylo Ren.
Yes. It is Kybo Ren. Yeah.
That's like the same weirdness. Snoke?
According to Ken, Snoke Larone made the trip from the Bespin system to Yavin 4 in 15 standard time parts.
Standard time parts.
And then Han's like, "Yeah, but he's dead. He got killed in the Battle of Endor, so I'm the best now, right?" So what I'm saying is J.J. Abrams stole a minor character that is briefly referenced in the 1992 book, The Lost City of the Jedi.
That is headcanon right now for me. That Snoke's last name was
He wasn't
Larone.
made by Palpatine. He was just lying. He was a really good Corellian pilot who got wiped out in the Battle of Endor.
Oh my god.
I want Snoke's last name to be Larone. There's just something about that last name. You're a Larone.
And then he goes to Tatooine, and an old woman asks him his last name, and he says Snoke Skywalker.
Snoke Skywalker. Snoke Larone.
So this is what Ken told Han.
Yes, that the best Corellian pilot in the galaxy was Snoke Larone.
Everything in this shirt. Michael, you need to just get on Canva and just make graphics. Just like and make money off of this.
So they go down to the Lost City of the Jedi, and they're trying to figure out the code for the weather control satellites.
Oh my god!
Luke figures out it was the code that Obi-Wan told him in his dream. Yes, the origins of Snoke have been revealed.
Wait. Okay, so the code was for what now? I was bringing
it was for the weather control satellites in the Lost City of the Jedi.
It was
of course it is. Of course it is.
Number D.
Gosh, the Jedi really need an IT guy. I just gotta say, just so they can get like better codes or something. They should have hired Anakin.
And so it's glossed over. It's glossed over very quickly, but I guess the rebels just won this battle because the Imperials go away. Trioculus orders a replica glove to be made so that he can still have the symbolic nature. I don't know why you can't take the implants out, but he just decides, no, I need a replica glove. So Ken now officially joins the Rebel Alliance and Spin, and that's the end of the book.
Spin.
Man, these books have such big cliffhangers. I can't handle it.
Does Spin have a wad?
So how are we feeling, boys? Do you think are we down for one more?
Yes, we're down for more. That's got Zorba the Hutt in it. Are you kidding me?
I'm down. I am down.
This is
Michael. Jedi Force.
I understand now why people were like, yeah, get rid of the EU. I get it. Now I get it. I get it.
Right now, Scotty is that dude from what is it like White Castle or whatever, like Harold Kumar go to White Castle, burn this mother down.
Yeah, literally. Now, I never want to hear of this again. The fact that some things are still possible. I hope the Mandalorian takes this book, or John Favreau's like, read a great book. There's like, what? We should adapt it. It's a Jedi.
Season 3 is the Mando trying to find the Jedi Prince to bring to Luke.
He's like trying to find the glove of Darth Vader or some shit. Like, it's a Mandalorian glove.
So sick. I'm gonna be
Moff Gideon and Trioculus team up is all I want in the world.
It is. The glove of Darth Vader is at 12 Jedi Lane.
Okay, so this next book, Zorba the Hutt's Revenge.
Alex, what's up, buddy?
Come on, bud. So glad you're here, just in time for my favorite or second favorite. I haven't really come to a conclusion.
This is somewhere on your list. Okay, this is like higher.
This
on your
is
list.
top one or two.
Wow,
Alex, we're gonna want to watch the replay, my man. This is insanity.
This has been nuts.
This is insanity.
So, the inciting incident for this book, Han Solo is having a housewarming party.
Jesus Christ, we're back there again.
The only consistent through line through this series so far is Han Solo's damn sky house.
With a 2-car garage. A
two-cloud car garage.
Cloud car garage, which technically is a 4-car garage.
Yeah,
honestly,
right.
Because cloud cars are 2. Okay, I'm sorry. Han Solo's effing sky house.
We're gonna be tonight.
Entire thing. Oh my lord! And he's having a housewarming. Yeah. Okay.
And so Luke's trying to figure out what sort of gift to get him for his housewarming party. So him and Ken are hanging out,
real life,
and they decide that he needs a housekeeping droid.
This is so mundane. He needs a Roomba.
Yeah, basically, but like a protocol droid with a personality.
But he's gonna get some cute videos of Chewie riding on top of it, so that's gonna be great.
And so they go to the Droid Fest on Tatooine.
Droid Fest?
There is a whole convention, I guess, of Jawas.
It's like Burning Man.
Yeah. So they go there and they encounter
a bunch of naked Jawas or something.
Time for another acronym, boys.
Oh shit!
It's always the beginning.
It's always gets so good.
JDTs, which stands for Jawa Droid Traders.
JTD?
JDTs.
Jawa
STD.
Droid Trader.
Yeah. Stormtrooper Droid. JTD.
JDT.
WAD, JTD, and
TNT.
Spin. Good
God.
So we need to get just a shirt with all the acronyms.
Yes.
That's what I think is happening. Just like spin. Spin. WAD. JDT.
So meanwhile, as Luke and Ken are going there, Ken, because he studied in the Lost City of the Jedi or whatever, anytime there's any plot information they need to know, Ken automatically knows it, no matter how obscure it is.
Oh, that's sick.
Such as what happened to Jabba the Hutt's properties after he died.
Sorry, we forgot TNT.
Yeah, TNT. So Ken informs us, actually Luke informs us that after Jabba's palace died, Nick, you're gonna have to catch the replay because
I use this to meditate.
Nick, you seriously, people
He's covering his third eye. Nick.
Share the shit out of this because this is absolutely what the hell is going on? I don't know what's happening anymore. Han Solo's having a housewarming.
Yep. So Luke explains to us what happened to Jabba's palace after Jabba died.
Oh please.
It was repossessed by the government of Tatooine. Because Tatooine apparently has a government. And they turned it into the Tatooine retirement home for aged aliens.
No way.
I shit you not. This is page 5 of this book, by the way.
What? Wait.
This is my favorite one.
Okay.
This is not real.
There is, so it's a retirement home.
This
for
place
aged
of
aliens.
debauchery. And this place of horrible alien.
Why is it all so mundane?
But
oh, please.
There wasn't enough money in the budget to keep it open, so it's since shut down.
1 year?
1 year.
They had 1 year. They were just they had too many of those Ben Stiller
Tatooine's government is
there, like,
terrible.
they
They have horrible accountants. They can't budget anything to save their lives.
I literally can't believe this. I refuse.
This, Nick, I love you so much.
Nick's great.
Alex, this is the EU, really?
Yep. This used to be canon.
Boba Fett kills Bib and runs.
Yes!
Yes!
Make the Tatooine retirement home for aged aliens.
Could you imagine if that was canon?
Let that be what please let that be what Book of Boba Fett is all about. It's just it's like a list of elderly people he has to take care of now, him and Finnick.
Yep. And this is all because no one could find Jabba the Hutt's will.
Finnick, it's time to give Mr. Anderson a sponge bath.
Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, they couldn't find Jabba's will, so that's why that happened. Ken drops the exposition that he Jabba also owned Holiday Towers Hotel and Casino in Cloud City.
Well, that would make
sense. Because, of course, Ken is an expert on Jabba the Hutt's real estate.
Right, because what 12-year-old boy who lives at 12 Jedi Lane?
Fest, and they pick up a housekeeping droid named KT. Am I back?
Cut out. No, you cut out.
You're cutting out. Sorry. Go back. Sorry. Go back to Ken being an expert on Jabba's effing real estate.
Yeah, because he looked it up in the Jedi archives.
Is that at 13 Jedi Lane?
12 Jedi Lane.
Oh, right.
Right. Come on, Jerry. Get with the program.
Well, that's where he lives. He doesn't live at the archives, right?
Yeah, but he lived in the lost city of the Jedi.
Both Stiller from having him. Exactly.
Yes.
That's good.
Okay, so another acronym.
Oh no.
They find an HSD, which is a housekeeping specialist droid.
Of course. Clearly,
this
Scotty's like, I'm gonna write this down.
This droid is named KT-18.
Okay.
KT-18. Okay.
But she insists on being called Kate.
That's good. That's not bad.
That's
not bad.
It's not the worst.
I thought it was going to get really bad, but
no.
I mean, we've already got the retirement community. It can't get much worse than that.
Like I'm cleaning McCleanerson.
And then C-3PO out of nowhere gets really sexist.
Does he really?
What?
I'm going to read his line verbatim from page 8.
Oh, you have it here first. Sexist C-3PO, everyone. Here we go.
Excellent microcircuits, 3PO declared. Superb mobility, too. It's rare to find a female droid who's been manufactured with such quality.
That is a sick burn, 3PO.
Like, what an asshole.
That is incredible.
3PO. Stop thinking about her motivators. She has thoughts and feelings, sir.
Dang, 3PO. He wrecked her.
Yes, right. You guys have to be tweeting.
Hashtag.
Guys, can you put a tweet out there, guys? You got to put tweets out there.
I mean, as Pete Fletcher likes to say, C-3PO is a monster.
That's true.
Where is Pete? Where is Dad?
God, where's Pete?
Daddy?
We need him.
Certified Daddy.
So then some Tusken Raiders attack, and so they just hide in the sandcrawler, and that's it. There's no action. They just hide in the sandcrawler.
Is that really?
It's like, really oh no. So there is sexism and veiled racism. Like, oh, hide here come the sand people.
Yes.
We just don't want to. They're going to ask us for money. It's going to be bad. I just stay in here.
So, Jabba's father, Zorba the Hutt, now shows up.
Oh, Jabba's dad. I did not realize it was Jabba's dad. Oh, that's sick.
So Jabba's Zorba, I will show off an image in case anyone doesn't know. He's a big Hutt with a braided beard and braided hair, which poor Drew Struzan had to draw.
Look, it's basically Thor from Endgame.
Yes.
But you know, anyway, sorry.
So Zorba just got out of prison. And he's coming to visit his son Jabba at his home.
Where's my son Jabba?
Oh, I hope he talks like that. I mean, in Legends, he is technically Zero's brother, so.
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, no.
So he goes up to Jabba's palace, and the little doorknob thing just tells him to go away.
Papa Hutt.
And tells him that Jabba doesn't live there anymore. So Zorba waddles down to Mos Eisley to get some answers as to what happened.
Damn, that's a far walk.
It is, especially for a Hutt. I don't even know how he moves. Anyway.
So is he... I'm really... He doesn't have, like, anyone to, like, take him, like, on a sail barge or something?
Well, he just got out of prison. Oh, I forgot to mention, his ship is called the Zorba Express.
I do have an image that I need to show on the screen, if that's okay.
Please
it's
show.
Got my brain wandering about what Jabba's retirement committee would look like, and I have rendered an image.
This is top tier Bombadcast.
I just want to put this out and be like, does anyone understand this?
In the words of Rick McCallum, Martin, that's fantastic.
I'm going to exactly. I will post this and ask
you've got to put like the Ben Stiller character from Billy Madison like behind him or something. Like he's pushing him off a cliff or pushing him to that frog monster.
It's unbelievable.
So he goes into the Mos Eisley cantina.
Looks like you just got a whole week's worth of trying to keep the frog monster from eating all our shit.
So Zorba goes to the bar and he sees a wanted poster that says "Wanted by Emperor Trioculus, a Jedi prince named Ken from the lost city of the Jedi. Generous reward." Nick.
Generous reward.
Yeah, it doesn't say how much he's worth. It doesn't give a description. It's just Ken, lost city of the Jedi. Generous reward.
We have his notebook. We know where he lives.
Yeah,
exactly. The proof we need.
Well, no, they were never able to find the lost city, so Trioculus never discovered where it was.
Oh, damn.
But he still wants Ken found.
Gosh.
And it turns out that none other than Grand Moff Hissa himself was the one putting up this poster in the bar.
Wait. He's putting up the poster himself?
He's there in the bar telling bounty hunters about it. It's kind of implied that he was the one putting up posters.
Oh,
man, how far the mighty have fallen. He's like catching up one of those things, like he's have like little like things you pull off or something, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, Jerry.
And so, also Zorba starts hiring bounty hunters here after, because Hiss is like, Jabba's dead as hell. Like, and he tells him about how Leia killed him. And so Zorba swears revenge against Princess Leia. And he hires a bunch of bounty hunters to go break into Jabba's palace. And he pays everyone in gemstones. Sick. Because that was his...
does.
Yeah, he never pays with credits. He just flings gemstones. It doesn't matter what kind they are.
You could put those on the glove of Darth Vader. Right?
Yeah, and then you can snap half of reality out of existence. So they go there
to the Zorba Express. I need more gemstones.
Oh, and I forgot to mention the bounty hunters there are coming up with their terrible like fan theories as to who Ken is.
No way.
Because they're like, Ken, could he be a relative of Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Shut up.
I don't know why they know him as Obi-Wan on Tatooine when he was known as
very earthly. Is it a very earthly Ken?
Yes.
Like Ken.
Yeah.
Like Ken doll.
Like Barbie and Ken.
Holy crap.
This is unreal.
Two
guys.
N's. Like. Okay, so
Sorry.
Zorba gets a new right-hand man who's this bounty hunter named Tibor. And he uses his anti-orbital ion cannon to blow open Jabba's palace's door, which sounds like it'd be a much stronger weapon than it apparently is, but it just breaks the door down.
Anti-orbital cannon. Or ion cannon. Yeah.
Anti-orbital ion cannon. And it's portable.
That is
good to know.
That's
good
what
to
you
know.
want to look for.
I was really worried for a moment.
That's what you look for in a quality ion weapon.
Yeah, especially an anti-orbital one.
Yes.
So they go in and they find this old droid, and Zorba says, "Yes, this one has JTHW." Another acronym, which
JTHW
stands for Jabba the Hutt's Will.
JTHW. Jabba the Hutt's Will. Why don't they just write that out?
They're lazy. They're making money. They're
Because
printing money.
you gotta fluff out the page count, and so you have to give an acronym and the explanation.
Oh my God.
So now we move on to chapter 3, which is literally called Han Solo's housewarming party.
No.
I'm not. Why are we surprised?
Yeah, I didn't even have a reaction to that one.
What kind of hors
it's
d'oeuvres are served? Is what I want to know. I'm interested in the hors d'oeuvres. Is there a charcuterie board?
Well, before we get there, Luke rather.
Oh shit!
Luke is still dealing with whatever's going on Tatooine. Yes. I kid you not, in preparation to this, I looked up a review of The Glove of Darth Vader, and I found a 4-star review from 2016 that said The Force Awakens should have taken it from this expanded universe content. And I know
Holy
it's not
shit.
a troll because it wasn't 5 stars; it was only 4.
Right. They're realistic. They're realistic. I love what the lazy hippies wrote.
Yeah.
Lazy hippies.
So we get more mundane nonsense in this book, which is some of my favorite stuff in the Jedi Prince books. Luke is trying to go. Oh damn! I was gonna make that shirt. Okay, Nick, you got it. You got one.
This is so Bombadcast property, Nick. Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
Yeah, Nick.
Well, I don't know. I guess we need to make sure that Michael
we'll split the royalties.
He's the guy. He's the guy.
After the Tuskens go away, Luke tries. He hitches a ride with the Jawas back to Mos Eisley, and he can't get the land speeder back. So I'm just going to read this paragraph verbatim.
Okay.
There wasn't even anyone on duty at the land speeder rental desk. Luke left a note explaining that due to a sudden attack by Tusken Raiders, he was forced to leave the land speeder at the Droid Fest. He hoped the Tatooine Planetary Insurance Company would cover expenses for getting it back to Mos Eisley. If not, they could bill him on Yavin 4, care of SPIN, the Senate Planetary Intelligence Network. So not only does Tatooine have a government, it has a planetary insurance company.
I'm shocked.
Alex, you missed. Yeah, you missed. You came in just at the beginning. Droid Fest.
Yeah.
That paragraph needs to be on a t-shirt. That entire paragraph needs to be on a t-shirt. He talks. So he did. Was it State Moisture Farm or something that he contacted?
Let me ask you this too.
I'm proud of that.
Where in the book are we? Like in terms of percentages? Like, are we like?
We are 20 pages in.
Shut up.
This book has so many memes, Scotty. It is insane.
I'm almost disgusted at this point. I really am. I'm just like, I'm in shock. I really am.
How is this not more popular though?
Yeah, I agree.
I can't believe that I struggled with this. Like,
this is the Mystery Science Theater 3000 of Star Wars books right here. This is
and
like,
keep in mind, I'm only hitting the highlights of this book. I'm skipping over a lot of stuff. Like,
good Lord.
I'm gonna read these.
So they get attacked by bounty hunters and they deal with them immediately. It's a complete non-issue. And Ken has some
Torby
secret
or whoever.
What was that?
Is it Torby or whoever? I'm sorry, I can't remember his name.
It is just a I think it's a Twi'lek and an Aqualish. So
hold
Tibor
on,
is still with Zorba.
Hold on. Nick,
No. Third
Nick,
book.
You sweet summer child. We are in the third book by now, sir. We are in the third book.
If this was all the first book, I would have left.
I think Scotty would have had a
I would have left. I can't believe this.
Tattooing insurance company.
So Ken explains that he knows some secret information about Trioculus, and that's why they're after him. But he refuses to tell Luke why, and Luke's like, "Yeah, I get it, bro." And that's just the end of the conversation. So they finally go to Bespin for.
And my dad tried to kill me and turn me to space Satanist one time. So you're cool.
So they go to Bespin and they meet up with Lando. And now we get into this book's environmental message.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Which is pollution. Because there is a brown haze that they call Braze that's all over Bespin. Because of Trioculus's weapons factory barge.
Braze?
Yes.
Braze.
And so
the entire planet is brazed.
So Lando's talking to them about it. And I'm going to read Lando's line here because this is just hilarious. I sent him 2 messages asking him politely to please shut down and go away.
Are we sure that this wasn't written by the artificial intelligence that writes the Banthaverse stuff?
I agree.
I think you might be on.
Level.
It's a time traveling AI that wrote this.
This is so close to the Banthaverse stuff. It's not even funny.
Mm-hmm. Man. Okay, so they go to the housewarming party. And Admiral Akbar is there.
Of course.
He's described as this time as the sad-eyed calamarian fishman. And he's apparently a huge downer at this party. Keep talking about military strategy, and everyone just kind of wants him to go away.
He's got sad fish eyes. I mean, come on.
Sad fish eyes.
So they get a band there, and Leia's there, and a bunch of Han's old Corellian friends.
Of course.
And Han.
Tell me, we got a band name though. This is all Han's housewarming party, correct?
Correct. We don't get a band name. We do get a dance name.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Shit.
Han even taught Leia how to do the space pirate boogie.
Wait. The space pirate, what you cut out?
Boogie.
Oh,
God, this makes me sick.
Nikes. Are you okay, Scotty? You're gonna make it?
I'm just blown away with the fact that this actually truly exists, and this is not like you said, Banthaverse written.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine that the Han Solo, Harrison Ford, from the guy who said Harrison Ford, who said you can write this shit, George. You can't say it.
Unbelievable.
Imagine him saying space pirate boogie. Han Solo would be embarrassed to even say those words.
Yep.
Space.
He then gets the band to play a song called Sweet Lady from Alderaan because he thinks it'll make Leia happy. But she immediately starts crying because it reminds her of how her home planet and everyone she knew and loved died.
Oh, Han, you sweet summer child. You.
That's beautiful.
He's been too busy building his own dream house that he forgot. I'm sorry. Go on.
So then Ken accidentally ends up talking to Akbar for a bit, but he gets the droids to start talking to him instead, so he doesn't have to deal with them talking about military strategy.
So Akbar is just basically like he's that dude from Animaniacs who no one wants to talk to. Like, that's a really obscure reference. I'm sorry. Holy shit.
And they look out the window and they, I think they're testing out like Han got like binoculars as a gift or something. And so they look outside and they see the Zorba Express flying to Cloud City.
Chewie, you know how much? Thanks, Chewie. You know how much I love binoculars. You know how much I love bird watching.
So Zorba shows up to the Holiday Towers and Casino with Jabba the Hutt's will. And I'm going to read what it says verbatim.
I can't stop laughing. I'm sorry. Go on.
It's all good, Jerry. This is some ridiculous shit. I get it.
Good Lord, my abs are burning. I didn't know they were still there.
Before you read that, I have another image I would like to show.
Oh, please do.
Oh,
please do. Please
good
do.
Lord.
This is the only way I can actually listen to this because this is so batshit crazy. Look at what they're watching.
This is the greatest thing ever made, Scotty. This is my new wallpaper.
Look at what they're watching.
Oh, my Lord.
It's so sad. Sweet lady of Wonderland.
Sweet cherry wine.
Oh, guys and gals. So, Jerry,
I can't believe this.
After Hyperfocus earlier this week, that this book creates continuity issues with the Clone Wars movie.
Oh, no.
Oh,
God.
yeah.
What?
I remember you mentioning that.
What?
Because Jabba's will says, since I have no wife or children, if I should die before my dear father, then everything I shall own shall belong to Zorba the Hutt, including blah, 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 blah. So is Rada now dead, I guess?
I mean, we don't see him we don't see him for the rest of the original trilogy. We don't see him, but a lot of that has to do with the fact that he wasn't created until 2008.
That's also true. But
there's that. Oh, my Lord. Oh.
So Zorba's throwing a fit because he's like, I own this place technically. And Lando's like, dog, you don't own this place. Chill out. And so he's like, all right, Zorba, I've seen you play Sabacc and you're terrible. I will bet Cloud City in a game of Sabacc against you.
Shut up.
Because, of course, this is the EU, so everyone plays Sabacc.
Yes.
Everyone and their brothers plays Sabacc. That's the only game in the universe.
If Zorba wins, Zorba will not only take over Cloud City, but Lando has to leave forever.
Oh.
No. So Zorba cheats by using his own deck, and which has an ultraviolet light that marks all the cards because Hutts can see ultraviolet light. So all the cards are marked so he can see them. I know it is actually kind of a cool idea, but Lando should have known that.
That's so ridiculously 90s sci-fi.
So yeah, he cheats to win. He wins every hand, cleans out Lando. Zorba now owns Cloud City.
Son of a bitch. I think Lando needs to stop betting his most prized possessions.
He really does
in Sabacc games.
Even if he's got a Psylop up his sleeve, man, it's just not going to work.
I mean, he's lost the Falcon and Cloud City. I mean, good Lord.
So Han Solo's new housekeeping droid falls out of his sky house.
Oh my God!
And so Luke acts like Anakin in Attack of the Clones and takes his speeder down to intercept as she's falling. And they stumble upon Trioculus's factory barge. And Leia is with him, and he's like, yo, we should go destroy that thing. And Luke's like, can we do it like another day, though? Like, I really don't want to do it on the day of Han's housewarming.
Han's been looking forward to this. It's like, what is it? Is this like an episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia or something?
Like
it definitely feels like it.
Look at all the brays. There's brays everywhere.
This is unbelievable.
So they go in and they start messing up some stormtroopers, but Luke and Leia get separated, and Luke has to get out of there because the room fills with poison gas or something.
So Leia
gets captured. And so we get more mundane nonsense now back at Han's house, his sky house. Where
I just love this. Sky House is the official, like, I'm building a sky house.
Han is showing off his racing cloud cars. And he's talking about how he wants to enter the cloud car racing finals.
Why not?
Jerry.
And he explains that to drive a cloud car, if you're a human.
Wait, you cut out. It sounded like was that a Phantom Menace plot point?
Communication disruptions can be one thing: invasion.
Oh,
no,
go again. Cloud car races. What about it?
So, Ken asks how old you have to be to get a license to drive a cloud car. If you're a human, you have to be 18. If you're an alien, you have to be 20.
Jeez.
Except for Biths.
Yeah, xenophobia.
Because they brains so big, they can get one at 10.
Because they're big butt heads. Because they're big butt heads. So it's like,
yeah. But every other alien species has to be 20.
This reeks of people who just watched the original trilogy and we're just like, that one's got a big head.
Yeah.
It's got a big brain.
Yeah.
I agree.
So Han gets a distress signal. I'm gonna read Han's line verbatim, which is very, very 90s. Luke sent us a distress call. They're in some kind of trouble. My beeper was turned off, so we didn't get the message until Chewie here checked the machine.
Hey Google, turn off the office lights.
I think Scotty just quit.
Scott. So no, it's
Let
fine.
it be known.
It's fine.
That, Han Solo's beeper was what finally did Scotty in.
Han Solo and Chewbacca both have beepers, correct?
Well, it just said that Chewie checked the machine, so.
Oh, the machine. Sure, I'm in. I'm sure Scotty will show up later. Maybe he's probably getting something. Who knows?
Should I keep going? I don't even know.
I think he can hear us. I just don't know where he went. I
hope so, because we're going to talk about more craziness.
Scotty, you don't want to miss this, bud. You don't want to miss.
Han is like, all right, me and Chewie, we're going to go and fix this. Ken, you stay here. Don't mess with anything. Ken immediately starts pretending to drive the cloud car and accidentally starts driving it, much like Anakin Skywalker in the Phantom Menace.
Stay in that cockpit. Stay in that cockpit. Scotty, you're missing the best stuff.
I've heard all of this. I've literally heard all of this. It's all in my ear. I need to take a walk around the block so I can process this. Because the fact that there is a beeper in Star Wars and that they went to voicemail is the most insane Star Wars thing, not Star Wars thing I've heard.
Are you sure that it's not that Jabba the Hutt's palace was used for less than a year as a? I love how sad Scotty's just walking around.
It's so specific.
And so Ken, as he's driving, immediately gets pulled over by the cops.
Oh my god.
And he gets arrested.
The Cloud Cops?
Yeah, the Cloud City. No, they're called the Cloud Police.
Oh, my bad. Excuse me.
Yeah, show some respect for the Cloud Police.
Yeah, the thin cloud line. There you
go. Meanwhile, Trioculus was, I guess, at the weapons factory because they bring Princess Leia to him. And he's horribly burned now, and he's wearing the replica glove.
This is a year. This is still a year after, right? This all takes place a year after.
These books all take place in very close proximity to one another.
Return of the Jedi.
Yes. Leia calls him an inhuman monster. And Trioculus says, "Is it so wrong to be a murderer or a liar or an inhuman monster? I may be all of these things, but I still have a heart."
Frankenstein.
It's a
Mary
dark
Shelley
heart.
Would be proud.
Leia
would be so proud.
So you were pretty close, Jerry. Leia's follow-up line is, "Your heart is as dark as carbonite."
Oh shit!
That's a good burn.
Trioculus then immediately proposes to her.
Shut up.
He says, "I love you, Leia. I want you to marry me and become the queen of the Empire." He's a true romantic, you see.
I offer you my dark hand in matrimony.
My dark burned hand. But she turns him down. Big surprise.
Ew, like your hand is totally burnt.
So Zorba is now chilling in his penthouse. I think Scotty is too, Will.
Of course.
The cops come to Zorba and they're like, "Hey, we arrested this kid named Ken." And Zorba remembers the posters. He's like, "Bring that kid to me right now."
Wait.
We're gonna talk this out.
Is Zorba's penthouse on Bespin?
Yes, because he's now the governor of Cloud City.
Right. I forgot. I forgot insurance and all that.
So they bring Ken to him, and Ken doesn't want to answer any of his questions because he's a hut. But according to this book, old huts like Zorba knew a lot about human-child psychology, which is maybe the creepiest thing I've ever read in a Star Wars book.
Why? I don't know. I mean, I don't know why I'm even asking why, because Han Solo has a freaking beeper.
So Zorba's like, "Hey kid, you hungry? I'll give you some candy." I mean, he laces some candy with truth and gives it to Ken, and Ken eats it.
No.
And admits to being
Ken
the Jedi
like Barbie,
Prince.
Nick.
And so now Zorba knows who he is, and so he calls up Trioculus and he's like, "Hey, come pick up this kid. We're gonna make a deal."
William.
So Trioculus, yeah. Trioculus goes and visits Ken in his cell. And we learn now that Trioculus's third eye apparently gives him mind-reading powers.
Of course.
This is the first and only time it's ever mentioned.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
It's a third eye. I mean, that's the 90s was wrought with like Miss Cleo and like all these like psychics and stuff, right? So
yeah,
sure, of course.
And Ken uses the Force to cloud his mind so Trioculus can't read it. And this is the first time we get any indication that Ken is even Force sensitive. It's never mentioned once.
But he can use it to
cloud Jedi Lane.
Yeah.
I live at 12 Jedi Lane, mother.
You know what this reminds me of?
What does this remind you of? Yes.
It just feels like one of these.
That's all they were doing. That is all they were doing is Star Wars Mad Libs.
This is why we love you.
We've got to do another Mad Libs episode soon. Anyway.
Good Lord.
So he's trying not to tell anything to Trioculus, and then Tibor is like, "Hey, you want another piece of candy?" And Ken's like, "Well, I am pretty hungry," and so he eats it again.
I love that. No one eats candy when they're hungry. I just love the logic behind that. I'm hungry. We eat some candy.
And so he admits to Trioculus that he's the Jedi Prince.
Whatever the hell that means.
The big truth that he knows is the information we already knew, that Trioculus is not Palpatine's son, and for whatever reason, Ken thinks he can't tell this to the Rebel Alliance. So Ken, or not
the hell, Ken?
Trioculus. No, we also get one fact about Triclops now.
Great.
The reason that Triclops has been kept alive is because while he dreams of like weapon designs.
That's kind of
and
cool.
He like mumbles them out in his sleep, so they just write it down and make these.
I actually kind of like. That's kind of like Marcion Rowe.
Cool, honestly,
kind of like Marcion Rowe and the lady he has held captive.
Triclops.
Okay, that is exactly like a plot point. Not the weapon design, but that the Emperor talks in his sleep.
Yes,
is in Goodnight Darth Vader, the book that I read to my 4-year-old daughter.
No way.
Lie. Yes. You have a couple of like royal guards listening to the Emperor like talk in his sleep. Yep. No lie.
That's sick. Oh, well, I'm gonna do some research in a second.
It does look pretty nice.
I just question Han Solo wanting to build a dream house right after Return of the Jedi being even a plot point.
What's the piping?
Sorry. They just dump it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a gas giant. Who cares?
Yeah.
So Trioculus negotiates with Zorba. And he's the worst negotiator ever. Zorba is like, all right, I'll give you Ken on 2 conditions. 1, you got to take your weapons factory and get off Bespin. And Trioculus literally says, a little braise never hurt anyone. But Zorba's like, it's driving away tourists. You got to get this thing out of here.
It's quite nice with a good roast. But
yeah.
Little braise never hurt anybody.
And Trioculus is like, all right, what's condition number 2? And Zorba says, give me Princess Leia. I'm going to kill her.
Oh,
and Trioculus says, absolutely not. That is my queen. He starts simping hard for Leia.
Ooh, this is pretty good. I like
Show me the way.
Literally. And so he gets into a big argument with Zorba, and Zorba's like, we will be enemies from this day on. And so Trioculus is like, not if anything to say about it, I have. And he calls in his stormtroopers. Zorba calls in the police, and there's a big shootout. I would like to point out that our heroes so far in this book, all they have done is accidentally stumble upon a weapons factory, and the only thing that has furthered the plot is Trioculus and Zorba. Nick, even if you read these, you won't understand what is happening, but this will enlighten you. So I highly recommend
it. I want the audio
enlightened.
Mark Thompson.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, fantastic.
Fantastic. So Zorba gets hit a few times, but his skin is just so thick that it just slightly burns him, and he doesn't care.
Sorry.
No, it'd be like
I'm only reacting in videos at this point.
We're in like the last 10 pages of this book now. So.
Oh my god, I'm dying. I'm on pins.
Oh shit!
How does this one wrap up?
So
insane.
The Cloud Police completely overrun Trioculus's stormtroopers, and Trioculus is taken prisoner by Zorba.
Okay.
Zorba then freezes him in carbonite.
Okay. Good way to handle it.
And hangs him up in the Cloud City Museum.
That's wildly inappropriate.
And he's just like, it's fine, the Empire. So our big villain Trioculus, all he has done in this book series is go blind, get horribly burned, and now get frozen in carbonite.
Hung up in a museum.
Yep. Ken then uses the Jedi mind trick on the guard to get out of his cell, and then mind tricks a taxi driver into thinking he's paid for his ride.
Okay.
And he gets back to Han's house.
It's so mundane.
It's
so mundane.
Luke then finds out that Leia's in the penthouse, and so he just breaks a window and gets her out. And then they just go away, and they're like, boy, that was weird. Glad we got out of there. And then Zorba's forces show up and blow up the factory, and they think they've killed Leia. And then as
simple bait and switch.
Very simple.
Yeah, and then Han's like, maybe we shouldn't be here if Zorba's here, because he kind of wants you dead and he thinks you're dead. So let's just leave my house. And then he starts thinking about marriage, and that's just the end of the book.
No way.
That's it. Our heroes did absolutely nothing in this book.
Literally nothing. Nothing at all.
They just stumbled upon the weapons factory, and then they just kind of left.
They stumble upon a weapons factory, and they leave. And who is thinking about marriage?
Han. Han's like, maybe I should settle down.
I got my dream house. There's nothing a boy dreams about more than his fairy tale wedding. Wedding
in his sky house. So boys, I gotta ask: have these books met your expectations?
They've exceeded them, and in every way. Honestly, the third one is the one that has truly taken Star Wars to a new level for me.
And I actually have a deep appreciation for what we have now. And I mean that.
But you can't go straight from, you can't skip Glove of Darth Vader and what was the second one?
Lost City of the Jedi.
Lost City on 12 Jedi Lane.
You can't skip those. You have to you go back and watch this entire 2-hour monstrosity.
Yeah.
Over to
Michael,
oh my lord.
You really did handle this like a professor, like a college professor. You had your facts straight. I felt like just completely in the moment with you every time you said something, because honestly, I'm not joking. Everything you said just elevated with each remark, because sure, the retirement community thing is, I think to me where it peaked, but even past that is insane.
I think that's just that's the point at which you were just you were like doe-eyed, just oh yes. What?
To be fair, I do have really good material to work with here. This definitely did help a lot, but
show the other one. Please show the other one. I love it. And you're getting on to me for using my phone. Look at the giant that giant wood, that wood encased television.
That's beautiful.
Good
Scotty.
Lord.
I'm seriously gonna make that my wallpaper. I'm
gonna send it to you. I'll message you on Twitter.
We have to post these pictures. We
will. There's things I've learned in this one thing from Michael, and it's that there needs to be a part 2. Michael, are you free next week?
I am indeed.
Michael will be returning next week to finish out this series, because I'm not joking. The fact that it got this elevated to me, Michael, does it stay elevated? Does it continue to climb the ladder or the stairwell of insanity?
Can I give a tease for one of the things we'll be?
By God, please!
Oh please! And we will be at regular time next week, by the way.
Yes,
guys. So 9 p.m. Go ahead.
Three words. Hologram fun world.
Good God, man. Damn it, Jim.
Y'all thought Trioculus was crazy. Wait till you get to Hologram Fun World.
There's actually, okay. I think Hologram Fun World comes back in the Galaxy of Fear series.
Does it really?
There is a Galaxy of Fear book where the characters in that book who are not related to any of Galaxy of Fear is actually really good. They meet Lando Calrissian in a hologram theme park. No effing lie.
I think we may have found a genuine connection to these books, guys.
Oh,
that's pretty close.
That's one question I do have for you, by the way, because I'm curious. Okay.
Yes.
Has any of this been recanonized to a certain extent? Some aspects of it, do you know?
Not really. Aside from that hologram fun world connection we just made.
Okay.
Not that I can.
I'll try to find which one it is, but
arguably the whole Triclops is Rey's father thing, maybe.
That'd be so badass.
And
so
Snoke,
cool.
Of course. Snoke.
Yes, Snoke, of course. You're right. Okay. I just hope we get this.
Snoke Larone.
Snoke Larone.
That sounds like some dude who stands outside of a space high school smoking cigarettes.
That's Snoke when he's wearing his hat and stuff in the Umaxian station.
Yes.
Oh, hey, Kylo, Ben, whatever your name is. Hey, yeah,
it's me, Snoke Larone.
Snoke Larone. You know what I love about high school girls? They stay the same age.
Michael. We are delighted to have you on again, because
this has been a blast.
This has to be continued, right?
Share this, guys.
This has been an absolute blast. I'm not kidding when I say this has been one of my favorite episodes, only because you were guaranteeing how weird it would get, and it 1,000% delivered. And I'm so thankful.
It got so much weirder than I even
way weirder.
I knew a little bit about Glove of Darth Vader. I even think I knew a little bit about the second book. But I forgot about Han Solo's Sky House, and that it's literally called in the book of Sky House, correct?
Yep. His Sky House, because Lando leased him a good piece of sky.
It's a plot point that lasts 3 books.
Oh, if it keeps going, I'm gonna love that.
And it's a build up until he has the effing party.
It's the only consistent through line that isn't Trioculus. Like,
oh my lord, I love it.
This is one thing I will say. This is how I feel watching this. This is how I feel Michael explaining it to me.
I am hooked. Binge watching The Mandalorian. Oh my god. Unbelievable. It's on Disney. Check it out for yourself. I actually think it's better than the Star Wars movies. Just great.
Just great.
Just great. Oh my god.
I look. And Nick wasn't around for the entire. He left in the middle. He thought we were still on the first book when he came back. This makes Backstroke of the West look like Empire Strikes Back. You aren't just whistling effing Dixie, man.
Man, I would love for someone to Backstroke of the West, like make a Backstroke of the West version of these books.
Too much.
That would be
too much.
We need to do a table read
too much.
of these books. We need to do a table read of Backstroke of the West, but we need to do a table read of these books. Holy shit, that would be incredible. Can you imagine?
I just want Mark Thompson to do it, man. I want to hear what his Trioculus sounds like.
Can you imagine Han Solo's effing beeper?
I want to say this, okay, and I want to say how thankful I am for Michael to be the possessor of this knowledge.
News.
Yes, you are the Jocasta Nu of Jedi Prince. If it's not in the files,
it is not in the
Jedi
Prince books, it does not exist.
Exactly.
Guys, make this popular. Share this. Make this popular because this seriously. This deserves to be known. Oh
and
my
buy these
gosh.
books if you can. These are worth it 1,000%.
I think I might. I'm gonna go on eBay right now and look.
Go and buy them. Go and buy them right now. I want the acronym shirt. You know what? We might have to do an acronym shirt.
We can make one.
We've got to finish everything.
I would like to say that if you want more in-depth coverage of each individual book, we've got those on my podcast, All Remaining Systems.
Oh, go check it out, guys. Go check out All Remaining Systems. Seriously, if you haven't yet, what are you doing?
I agree.
Oh my gosh.
We got some words from Paul before we depart. Michael, any final words?
Shall I say the final words? Is that or just?
Let's play some videos, and then I'll give you the absolute honor to say the final words. That's how that whole episode has made me feel.
Partying is cool. Dying is not.
There's the Rickmeister.
Well, you know it is a thrill when you go downhill, 'cause you're riding on the mountain of your own free will, and you're zipping in a flash on a daring dash down a waterfall so rapid that you go split splash. Splash Mountain.
I'm beginning to think those aren't construction workers. I don't started to dawn on me now.
I don't think they are construction workers. Scotty, we've got to get Herman Cain singing "What If There Was No Pizza."
Oh, you're
Imagine there's no pizza. We got to add that one
Yes.
back because we got to, and honestly, we've got to make like a playlist on our YouTube channel
page.
for all of these.
So, Michael, we have a tradition here. Every guest gets the honor of doing it when they depart. Before that, you say the phrase. I think we have a physician.
Our brains are broken.
We have a physician here that needs to suggest some clinical things to make sure. So, Dr. Joe, I think he has some final words.
Anyways, my broskies, I got to bounce. Bounce on your boy's dick. Hey, got him.
What should the wonderful people do, Michael?
Love you, Nick.
Stay bombad.
Stay bombad. Peace.